good, guys? It's your boy Corey.
It's your girl Rachel.
And welcome back to the Artistry Drop, where we feature stories from today's rising artists. If you like being inspired, don't miss out on our weekly episodes, so be sure to hit that subscribe button and bell notification to be notified when we drop new episodes. Guys, once again, John is not here for the podcast, so of course, my fiance Rachel took over his spot for today. And this is the last episode, guys. So we hope you guys enjoy this one. But we do have a special guest, and I want to introduce her. Our guest today is an artist and illustrator from Santa Monica, California, known for her Halloween-inspired illustrations and also the creator behind the Pumpkin Kid Halloween cult icon, Silly Stan. Guys, please welcome Nada Thank you, Nat, for coming through. I got claps going on, so you can't hear it. But yeah, we typically have a sound effect, so I wish you can hear it, and then you'll definitely feel more immersed in it. But, yeah, more hype. But thank you for coming through. Definitely appreciate it. I think I actually found you through our boy Joey. Joey's been on the show, and he's an awesome guy. And I think I forget how he might have shared some of your work or something on his stories, and I was like, that shit is dope. Like, I need to have you on the Artistry Drop to talk about some of the stuff that you have, and they're super dope. You guys are definitely going to be seeing it a little bit, but before we get into our story, definitely want to introduce the drink of the day, and the drink of the day is the same thing, guys. It's a Blue Hawaiian. John is not here to make, the concoctions. John is usually the one that actually makes all the cocktails. He's pretty much the bartender, but I'm not a bartender, so I made the easiest thing I knew how to make.
That's your signature drink.
It's my signature drink. I love Blue Hawaiians. It's my go-to drink, so hopefully you enjoy it. But like I said, take it a little easy because it might creep up on you.
Okay.
It tastes fruity, but behind it all, there's
Can I go for it?
Yeah, go for it. Here, let's do cheers.
I was like, all right, cheers.
Good podcast.
And I got a soda, guys, because I can't be drinking
She's pregnant,
alcohol.
so.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That'll creep up on you.
That'll creep up on you. You can't even taste the alcohol. It's like a lot of pineapple juice.
Yeah.
But in there, it's a little bit. So.
It's nice.
Yeah, enjoy. I mean, that's your DD, right? You got a designated driver over there?
She's about to be.
Okay, yeah. So that's what I'm saying, at least you got somebody on deck. So guys, let's go ahead and get into Nat's story and get to know her art. It's obvious from your Instagram you really love Halloween. It's super obvious. The whole page is Halloween inspired.
Yes.
Why is Halloween like your favorite holiday?
Wow. I guess thinking about back to my young days, it's just that's when the family would all come together. The cousins would come together, and everybody would just have a good time. Because, in other holidays, there's always drama. Like Thanksgiving, it's oh, man, everybody's got to cook and, all that stuff. And then Christmas, I don't know, same kind of deal. Halloween is just everybody have a good time. Let's party. Let's,
that's nice.
Get some candy.
Yeah, no, that's true. I mean, I think especially, Halloween is just one of those things where growing up as a kid, you get to experience a lot of you get to have fun. You can pretty much be anybody that you want to be.
That too,
and just hang out with your friends, go trick-or-treating, and stuff like that. Do you have any good childhood memories growing up during Halloween?
Oh yeah, every time we would meet up with the cousins and family and then go out and have a ball, and just go around the neighborhood. Even to this day, I still go to the area where I used to trick or treat as a kid because my mom still lives on that street. Yeah. Nice. So, and I have nephews that are younger, and before I had a kid, I would go with them and go trick-or-treating just to feel the vibe, and it's just cute seeing all the little kids in their costumes.
For sure,
you know what I mean?
Sure.
So I love that. And getting to experience that every year kind of takes me back and gets that nostalgic feeling.
Exactly. I definitely feel the same way. Even for me, I remember the days going trick-or-treating back in my because I'm originally from Seattle, right? So going through a lot of the neighborhood, we strictly went to the rich neighborhoods because they give you those big candy bars, and there was actually a couple times people were like, oh, sorry, we don't have money, so they would give us a $5 bill.
I was like,
what? I
was like, I never got that.
Yeah, like I told you, I mean, these are rich people, so it's they give you pretty much whatever. I've got some weird stuff before.
What's the weirdest thing you got?
I'm trying to remember what the weirdest thing was. I think I got literally saltine crackers
Oh,
I think,
okay.
yeah, saltine crackers was kind of a weird one. I mean, obviously we're expecting candy.
I know.
But yeah, there's no
treat.
candy there. Have you got anything weird? What's like the weirdest thing?
One year we got a banana bread. Like
Banana
the lady made
Okay.
banana bread and put it in foil and handed it.
Oh, wow.
Dude, all the banana bread was on that lady's front lawn. Like, it was clear. Like, I felt bad because, you know, in the morning she's going to see that. Like, dang, they didn't want my banana bread. But that was pretty weird.
Yeah. It's because it's like homemade. And it's kind of weird coming like from like a stranger.
Exactly.
And you don't know what they put in there.
Exactly.
Yeah. Do you have one?
No, not really.
No. So they were all
all candies.
Yeah, see, I mean, like I said, if you guys are listening, definitely let us know in the comments what your weirdest like piece of candy or anything that you got trick or treating was. Do you have a favorite costume that you ever wore growing up as a kid?
Oh, dude, I have not as a kid, but I went to Disneyland for the Oogie. No, it was the Mickey Mouse.
That's
before
scary.
Oogie Boogie?
Yeah. Which kind of sucks that they don't do the Mickey one.
I know.
Yeah.
I miss it.
Have you gone to Oogie Boogie yet?
I have.
Okay, yeah.
But then it got so overcrowded because the tickets are cheaper and you know the park would be dead, so I think people caught on.
Yeah,
but
for sure.
one year I went to the Mickey party as Charlie Chaplin.
Nice.
And that was my favorite.
Yeah,
like,
that's awesome.
I felt in character.
Yeah.
But then one dude at Disneyland.
Did you have like the mustache and all that?
Yeah,
Nice.
and he thought it was Hitler. Yeah.
Who thought you were Hitler?
Some dude working at Disneyland.
Really?
And then he was like, "Oh, so you're like Happy Hitler?"
Oh.
And I was like, "Nah." And his coworker was like, "Dude, she's Charlie Chaplin." But it was just so like, come on, what do you?
That just shows you some people did not grow up with like, you know, great films and silent films and stuff like that. So I mean,
like, come on, at Disney, guys.
Yeah, I know. At Disney, like, why would somebody wear like Hitler at Disney?
Oh my goodness.
I don't know. What's your favorite, love?
Well, I think we talked about this the last podcast. The Tinkerbell outfit that I had.
Yeah.
For some reason, I just really wanted to be Tinkerbell when I was a kid. But that would have to be like my favorite. It's not like my favorite costume as of now, but it was like a favorite memory.
Yeah.
So what's yours?
I think mine. So I wouldn't say like favorite, but most memorable would be Barney.
Oh,
yeah. Like Barney was probably my most memorable one, but and then probably my favorite growing up would probably be maybe a Power Ranger. Or Michael Jackson. I'm a huge Michael Jackson fan.
Yeah,
So
I've
it's
seen
like
that on the podcast.
Yeah, huge Michael Jackson fan. So
Yeah.
I think even because growing up, I was Michael Jackson a couple times. I've been Michael Jackson quite a few times for Halloween. So
I know. And you continue till this day.
Yeah, I continue to. It's gonna be a tradition here on the podcast. I was Michael Jackson like 3 podcasts ago again. So,
Which one? Like
Billie Jean.
Billie Jean.
Yeah,
Okay.
Billie Jean. The next one I definitely want to do next year has to be Thriller. I've been wanting to do Thriller. Finding like the actual Thriller jacket that's worn in the music video, it's tough.
Yeah.
So if I'm gonna do it, I have to do it right.
Wait,
for sure.
the red one
The
or
red
the
one.
varsity when
No,
he's
the
a
actual
werewolf?
red, like the one that he does when he says
leather
something.
one.
I do
This
so.
Okay.
When MJ died, do you remember? Do you know This Is It, the movie that came out about him?
His last concert.
Yeah, his last
Rehearsal
concert. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they actually came out with like a varsity jacket that has the M and all that.
Oh, nice.
So that was the only thing I pretty much have from that. But yeah, I definitely want to do the Thriller one, the actual like leather jacket. I don't know what it is. Well, do you know Captain EO?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's that's
Yeah.
So we were trying to go to Oogie Boogie because she's a fashion designer. So she was gonna actually design Captain EO's costume for me.
I was gonna do it this year for sure, but the baby's coming.
Yeah, the baby's coming. So.
I feel you. Yeah.
With those
like next year,
months,
next year I'm hoping we'll go to Oogie Boogie and I'll go as Captain EO.
I'm hoping so.
I've never seen anybody do a Captain EO costume yet.
No,
So,
I haven't
I
seen
don't
it
want
either.
to do the I forget forgetting her name.
Forget her name
Yeah,
too.
the
The
one
lady
that's like
that comes down.
Oh,
like,
and did the
Yeah.
claws?
Yeah.
Did you guys see Captain EO? Like,
I saw it when it came back to Disneyland back in
okay.
like 2011, I think.
Uh-huh.
But I've watched it so many times, and
I never got to see it in person.
yeah, she never got to experience it at
I don't know
Disneyland.
why. Like, I just never really like went in and just saw. Like, I regret it to this day because I go there often.
Yeah.
So
Are you from LA?
yeah. Well,
okay.
yeah. Originally from Long Beach, but pretty much like here, in California.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you see Captain EO when it came back?
I seen it when it came back, and I saw it in like when it first came out.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. And it was dope.
Really?
It was like, I remember being a kid, like, oh man, like with the glasses.
You're lucky.
And,
Oh my god, that's awesome. Yeah.
Even like, did you guys see Back to the Future at Universal?
No, like we have, like,
yeah.
I mean, obviously I love the films, but the thing is, I was, you know, since being in Seattle, like I wasn't able to come to the parks or anything like that. Like the first time I came down here to visit the parks was like 2008.
Oh,
so I missed a lot of like good stuff,
like nostalgic stuff.
Yeah, nostalgic stuff.
At least you have an excuse.
Yeah, I know.
She's like, I don't have one.
Yeah, she doesn't know.
Because like he actually took me the very first time, and it was 2020.
Yeah,
before
Universal.
the lockdown. That was my first time at Universal. I've never been ever.
She's never. I love. And supposedly, I don't know where I'm thinking that they're gonna bring Back to the Future because the Simpsons area is gonna be closing.
Yeah.
The contract is ending, so they got to take it out of Universal.
Oh damn.
Yeah,
okay.
so I think originally where the Simpsons ride is, that's Back to the Future.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping they bring it back because I would love to experience it.
Yeah.
But hey, let's pray. Let's
I know.
hope. Let's hope.
Yeah.
You know, I definitely want to get back to your art. Like your art is so dope. You know, I haven't really seen anything like it. It's super creative. Like, what got you into doing art itself?
Oh man. I would just say like, actually my dad, he was a big inspiration to me because he would constantly be drawing.
Yeah.
And he showed me little tricks here and there. And when he was actually in and out of prison. And you know, when they're down, that's what they do if they're creative or whatever. So he'd always have like these really dope pieces that it was like Chicano art that he would come home with. But seeing that, I guess I was a little inspired to be my own little artist and stuff like that.
That's
so,
dope.
Yeah.
When did you get into it?
I mean, like taking it seriously.
Yeah, like
or
serious. All right, I guess. Well, let's start from when you actually started getting into art and then taking it seriously.
Okay, maybe like the time I could pick up a pencil.
Like 5-ish, 6-ish.
Yeah, because I remember having the Dr. Seuss books. I don't know if you guys remember those.
Of course, yeah.
There was always a blank page at the end of those books.
That's true.
And I would take that blank page because we were kind of poor, so we couldn't just have white paper lying around for me to just scribble on.
Yeah.
I would always use that blank page to draw on.
That's dope.
And
that's kind of what started it.
Yeah, I just
dope.
kept going.
Dr. Seuss.
Yeah, that's awesome. Did you ever go to school for art at all, or is everything like just self-taught?
A little bit is self-taught. Most of it is self-taught, and then there is school. I did some community art classes, and took an illustration class.
Yeah.
I was a psych major for a while.
Oh, okay.
And then I took a screenwriting class, and
Nice.
and this teacher asked me like, "What's your major?" And I was like, "Psych," and he was like, "Oh, you must not know what you want to be then," because everybody chooses psychology as their major, you know?
Yeah.
And I really thought about it, and I was like, yeah, because I always spend my time doing art, so why am I even trying to do the psych part, you know? So then I took the classes, and I was, I don't know, killing
hooked.
it. I was killing it too. Like
Yeah.
I took it so seriously, where I was doing the homework and putting the time in. So I knew, I was like, this is it. This is it for me.
This is what you need to do. That's dope. Yeah, I mean, like I said, like, do you think like school was it worth it though? Like, because I mean, you probably learned a majority on your own. Because I just like asking this question because I went to film school. I graduated film school as well, but it's like, was it worth it? Like, was this something I could have actually done on my own, and you know, stuff like that. So would you say like some of the time that you actually went to school, was it worth it?
Yes.
Was it?
I feel like it was worth it because I actually listened to the professor. I would take it in. I didn't go there and just, I don't know, like whatever he was telling me, I was like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna apply that, and it'd always work out in my favor. So I feel like it was worth it. I don't think you need to go to art school to be an artist or even film school to make film.
For sure.
If you have the drive, you're gonna do it anyway. Especially nowadays with everything being online and tutorials, you know, on YouTube and stuff. You definitely can make something of yourself if you just have the discipline and you're motivated. And I did graduate with a degree, but the degree is not what keeps me up at 4 a.m. drawing. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, cool, I got this thing, but really, it's me putting in the hours and the trial and error.
You know what? I think there are some people too that I know, like, where they had a major, but they ended up finding something else that actually suited them. And I think that happens for a lot of people, because a lot of people actually don't know what they want to do. But sometimes it's just hitting right there, like you with art. You know, you were going to school like for psych and stuff, but you were like, art is your true passion. This is like your work. You know, and that's so dope that you eventually found, you know, that on your path. I do want to get back into the art. Like, with arts, we know you love art, but how did you get into Halloween art?
I think the themes that I would draw were always towards the dark side.
Oh, gotcha.
And then it was like, it clicked where I was like, oh, okay. So I took Halloween, the darkness of that, and then started to incorporate it more and more. And it just, then this little dude came up, and then that was it. And then I was like, I guess this is it. You know?
It's so dope, though. I mean,
thank you.
When did you actually start doing Halloween art? Was it recent, like a few years ago? Or?
It was a few years ago.
It was?
Okay. Yeah. It wasn't like always. It was just, because in the beginning.
That just came, Yeah. Because I feel like in the beginning as an artist, you experiment with what you feel comfortable with and what speaks to you. And then you finally found that. And then you just keep going with it and see what you can create.
Yeah. For sure. Yeah, no, I mean, it's so crazy though. I mean, obviously you've been an artist almost your whole life, but like just seeing like the Halloween art itself is crazy, because I've never seen really anything like it. So that's why as soon as I saw your work, I was like, these are fucking dope. Like
he showed it to me. I was like, those are nice. I've never seen anything like that. Like I've seen like dolls. Like that was like the closest, like, you know, something that people make too. But not with that. Not with that material.
Especially that, but even like just your picture art, like the picture art, the posters and all that stuff that you're creating is so dope. Never seen really anything like it. I want to get into like the sculptures, the figures. They're so dope, obviously, like I said, and it does look like it takes a long time to do. Typically, how long does it take to like make one of these?
Maybe like, I want to say like 40 hours.
40 hours.
But it's hard to gauge the time because I pick it up, do an hour here, and then, or I can do 3 hours here, you know, but it does take a while, you know?
I can see that. It takes a lot of work to just build it up into that form.
What is it made out of?
Wool felt.
Wool felt.
Yeah. Okay. So it comes like cottony at first, right? Yeah. And then I have to like mold it, and then I take a needle and I just like tap. Yeah.
That's crazy.
So when you mold it, do you use anything else, like any glue or like just literally just itself?
It's just the needle work,
that's
like
crazy.
Poking the fibers all into place. And that's what makes it stick.
Kind of like you're sewing it together. But you're creating your own little glow ball kind of.
So now I definitely want to get into, how did you get into doing sculptures? Because obviously you did a lot of like actual drawing art. Like, what about the sculptures? What made you get into this kind of stuff?
I wanted to bring something off the paper. You know, it's like 2D art is great, but I wanted to like bring it to life, see it in reality, you know, like so I always wanted to make a toy of him, but you know, it's expensive to make toys, you know, so I was like, you know what, screw it, I'm just gonna build a little armature, wire armature, get it, and teach myself how to do the wool felt, needle felting and stuff, and then this is like the 5th one I've made.
Really?
So the first one looks crazy. It looks like, I don't even know what it looks like. It looks like doo-doo. But this one, like, I'm still getting the hang of it. You know, I don't feel like a pro yet. You know how they say you got to put in your 10,000 hours?
Yeah, for sure.
With drawing, I've definitely done that. But with this, I'm still getting there.
Trying to master it yourself. I mean, to me, it looks amazing
it
already.
Does.
Like, it doesn't even look like it needs any fixing. Like, but of course, in your eyes, it's always different. You know, because you have your own vision, and you kind of just judge yourself. Like, okay, next time I might have to do this.
How many of these have you made so far then? Is that just the 5th one, or?
I feel like it's the 5th one.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel like from your Instagram posts, like you've made more
like
or something.
Maybe because I'm showing like the same doll like multiple times or something. Because there's many steps in the process. So maybe it's that.
True.
but I think it's the 5th.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And I mean, these things are selling on your website, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So everybody listening, definitely check out her website. We're definitely going to put it in, you know, this description box below. Sure. Let's get you, let's sell these things, because these things are,
pay rent.
hey, you got to do what you got to, hey, we all artists out here. We're starving artists, you know? So, hey,
and I got a starving kid, too.
Hey, we out here doing what we need to do. So, you know, like I said, guys, definitely check it out. I want to get into the name, like Silly Stan. Where did Silly Stan come from? So you pretty much said you actually started with him as a drawing, and now he's become an actual character. So when did you start, like, getting into Silly Stan, I guess? Or
like the name of it?
The name, yeah. And also the character. Like, what kind of drew you into...
Well, of course he's, like, influenced by Mickey, right? You know? And then... well, what's crazy is, like, I used to work at a desk job, and before I went full-time artist, and this was, like, pre-COVID. So on my downtime, I would sketch, and I sketched a little sketch of him, and I just was like, this is silly, and Stan. And then it wasn't, like, a profound, like, thing. I don't know.
Yeah.
His name is just silly. It's just silly. Yeah. But what's funny is I feel like he's taking on, you know, like Stan, like Eminem Stan.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. I kind of feel like maybe it's that in a way, like he's like a super fan of Halloween, like a like a stalker of Halloween. I don't know.
Yeah.
But
I can see that. Yeah.
It's
That's
dope.
genius. Oh my gosh. But I know, so you did mention that it's implemented with Mickey in it. Are you also like a huge Disney fan? Is that why you added the whole Mickey Mouse to it?
Yeah.
I did wanted to point out something though. I see there's like 3 buttons. I know Mickey I think has 2. Tell me if I'm wrong. But is there a reason why there's 3 right there? Or is it just something you just decided?
Is it copyright issues? Yeah, I knew it.
Gotcha. There it is.
Yep, that's all it is.
It's a little tiny thing.
Hey, no, that's how you do it as an artist. You know, you can always take something, but if you make it your own, you avoid that copyright. Yeah. Like, truly.
Yeah.
So, like I said, we're also big Disney fans, too.
Yeah, I love Disney.
Yeah. And that was definitely the one thing I noticed, like, when looking at these, I was like, that's Mickey. That's super dope, you know, but obviously he's like a pumpkin Mickey. Yeah. You know, which is cool. And it kind of reminds me of, you know, the big pumpkin at Disneyland that they always have there. Yeah. Yeah, that's super cool. Like, what did inspire you, like, to want to actually create, like, a Mickey-inspired pumpkin, though?
I think just Halloween being awesome, Mickey being awesome, and then I just put it together. Yeah. And then the candle, I was like, I want to put it on, so it's visible. You know what I mean? So it's almost like a light bulb. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like the light above him or whatever, rather than in his face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then...
Hey, it works. It's really cool, though.
Yeah. And then there's a little, like, he has zigzags on his gloves. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, I do see it.
Yeah,
and that's a little, like, nod to, like, Charlie Brown. You know, with the zigs.
Okay, yeah.
The zigzags on his shirt.
Yeah, that is dope. Yeah. You know, I think your art obviously deserves to live in some stores. Like, I think it does. No, honestly, it deserves to live in stores. Like, have you ever thought about, like, trying to distribute your poster art or anything like that to, like, some actual stores?
I have. And it's just, I'm always juggling so many things at once that things get put on the back burner. So, I feel like when the time is right, I'll probably be more, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, I guess motivated to do that. But right now I'm still in the phase of like making my own merch and stuff like that. Because I don't really mass produce stuff, you know, with merchandise.
And it's hard. I mean, especially with these kind of art, it's hard to mass produce these kind of things. Like, I mean, one takes you like 40 hours. Like, you know, that's a long time. And you're the only one
doing it. Yeah. So it takes a lot of time.
And I mean, like I said, it's literally all by hand, by you. So it makes sense. Like, these things gotta sell for a lot, guys. You know,
I see it more like a one-of-a-kind piece kind of.
Yeah, it's a one-of-a-kind piece, exactly.
That's how it would sell as instead of like mass producing. Yeah, because that's literally it's so special. Like it's just created by her, not anyone else.
So actually, that brings up a good question. Like, with each one, do you do anything like different so it separates them all from the other ones that you might do? Like maybe add like one stitch on one side and then the next one would have maybe like 2 or 3 like something just to separate each one, just to make it like special, I guess.
I feel like the wax
the wax
the way it drips, it's always a little different. I kind of wing it when it comes to the wax part. Maybe that, you know. But that felt like a little Trump mannerism.
I
don't know, dude.
You're good.
Sorry.
No, you're good.
But yeah, maybe the wax.
Yeah.
But I am trying to make him into a toy.
Nice.
I have something in the works.
So
nice.
That someone reached out to me and they want to collaborate to make him a vinyl toy, because I know a lot of people that do dig silly Stan.
That's fire because I'm a Funko Pop collector and I would love to see something like that. That'd be that would be
Funko. So cute.
Yeah, that would be super cool. I mean, there are like I think there's another company, Robot something. I have like one of their figures of the Nun. That one definitely looks more like an actual vinyl character, I would say. So I think that would be so dope seeing that as like a vinyl.
Yeah.
Like I'm definitely excited to see where.
Yeah, we're looking forward for that.
Yeah, definitely looking. Yeah, definitely looking forward to it. Another question I do have, like, have you ever thought about having like an art gallery exhibition for your art? Because it does look like you do have quite a few like poster pieces.
Not a solo one, not yet. I don't feel ready for that. But I am gonna be in an art show coming up in October.
Nice.
It's the 7th.
The 7th.
Yeah,
it's soon.
Art Sideshow. That's where it's gonna be held in Alhambra.
Okay.
So I'm doing that. That's gonna be my first like legitimate art show where I'm gonna have a sculpture.
Nice.
Not this one, something different.
Okay. Yeah. Is that going to be for sale or is it just to show off the art?
Yeah, it'll be for sale.
Nice.
Yeah.
Have you ever been to like Midsummer Scream, HorrorCon, or anything like that yet?
Oh, the conventions.
Yes.
The conventions?
Midsummer Scream I did go to. I actually did the art for their winter convention.
Nice.
The one that passed, right?
Yeah. It was like a what's that tale with the ghosts and the Scrooge?
Oh, shoot. It's a Christmas Carol.
It was like a Christmas Carol pumpkin character that's on the banner that I did for the people that run Midsummer Scream.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. Yeah. See, that's another great place because I mean we love Midsummer Scream. We've been going the last 2 years, but that's another great place to like sell your art and you know stuff like that. I could definitely see it like selling.
Yeah, for
like,
sure.
Quickly.
I haven't even seen anything like that in Midsummer Scream.
Yeah.
So that would be very unique. Then people are gonna like want to look at these. Yeah.
For sure. Hopefully, I mean, some people might think it's haunted because like there's a lot of haunted figures at Midsummer Scream. So I don't know.
He's haunted?
I don't know. You never know.
Awesome.
You never know. There are a lot of people out there that's like, oh, I think that's haunted. You know, like
maybe I'll just make it up.
That's like you.
Yeah, I honestly sometimes I'll walk through Midsummer Scream and I'll see like figurines too, and I'm like, dang, that looks like it could be haunted. You know, I'm just one of those people that doesn't look haunted, but I'm saying
that doesn't look haunted.
Yeah, that doesn't look haunted. Where there are people out there that would probably say like, hey, it might be haunted or something.
Maybe
like
if
that.
I make it like dingy looking, like
yeah.
shit.
Actually, there's I don't know if you've ever been to Frankensons. It's a collectibles place out in.
No, I wanted to go though.
That place is super cool. So there's actually a guy that takes like a lot of old Disney toys and pretty much bangs them up and makes them look evil.
So cool.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. So I mean, the idea like you kind of got like where it's like make him look all dirty or whatever.
Distressed
or something. I mean, that could be cool, but it ruins the art though.
I know.
Yeah, I mean, this looks beautiful already by itself. So
you don't want to do anything to it.
Yeah, I think we got to leave it as is.
So out of all the stuff that you've created, what is your favorite and what is your proudest?
Oh, out of all the things I've created?
Yeah. So what would be like your favorite piece and then what is your proudest piece? Because I know sometimes they could be different.
Probably my daughter. That's the one thing I created.
Yeah.
I'm proud of her.
You literally didn't mention art create because you literally said
artwork, guys. Sorry.
I mean, I created it.
That's true. She did create that.
Yeah, she did create that. So.
But with pieces, I think just coming up with him as a character. Like to me, like I'm like, dude, I'm so thankful that like I got a little special something, you know, and I don't overlook that at all. Like I know he's just a pumpkin kid or whatever, but it's kind of just like, but he's mine. You know, and people dig him. People have them tattooed on them. Like people all over the world.
Cool.
Like they send me stuff and I'm of their tattoos. And I'm like, damn, that's crazy.
Took my design. Yeah. I'm like, okay, that's dope.
Yeah, that is super cool. I like I said, the fact that you actually have people like tattooing your pieces of work on themselves, that just shows you like already like
there's something there.
There's something there for sure.
Yeah. So okay, there's another hard question. Well, not so hard. But I see that you create these awesome sculptures and these beautiful like graphic designs you got. So what do you enjoy doing the most? Do you enjoy doing this, or more so like just sticking to graphics, like drawing?
Oh, that's a good question. Man, I kind of like this right now.
Like this, yeah.
But then if you hit me up next week, it might be I like drawing.
Yeah.
Because last year was like painting.
Yeah.
But then it's like I don't want to paint right now. Yeah. It's like fluid. That feeling is like it can be this week, that, you know?
Sometimes you kind of like want to change it up sometimes. You're like, okay, I feel like doing this now. And then you feel like doing that.
Yeah,
so that's,
for sure.
That's good.
Yeah.
And then so from your graphic designs, can you walk me through a step-by-step of how like, you know, you draw them on like your, I know you mentioned like you draw things on paper, but like, can you like, what programs do you use and all that?
Yeah. I use Procreate on the iPad, which has been it's been useful for me. Like I started a few years ago on it, and at first it was tricky getting like the pencil feel, because you know like paper and pencil has its own feel as it is.
Yeah.
But with the iPad, it's like something you have to get used to, and I definitely have taken my time with learning how to use Procreate, and there's so many different things that you can do in it. You can make stuff look like a painting and not necessarily look digital, you know, or just like a rendered drawing. But it's been super useful.
Crazy, I've always wanted to do it because I do like fashion illustration, and I'm so used to drawing things just on paper, because I feel like you have more control of like your hand and how it draws and like the pressure, but it is a totally different thing when it's drawing like iPad. Because like you have to learn the technology too. And
it's also like forgiving too, because you know when you're on paper you're like, oh, I don't like this,
I know,
throw it away, right? But on the Procreate app you're just like ding, and it erases it. And you don't waste any materials, you know? And then it's all compact too, because it's been like a minute since I've like actually sat down and done a whole drawing by pencil and markers, because I have done that too, and I can, but the convenience of the Procreate app is like, oh my god, time saver, you know?
Yeah, I gotta try that.
And forgiving too, like with the erasing and everything like
That's
that.
True.
So.
You're saving trees.
So is that literally the only program you do use? Like you don't bring it into Photoshop or?
I do Photoshop.
Okay. You do Photoshop as well? Okay, so do you like do the actual sketch on Procreate and then bring it into Photoshop, or?
I do the sketch in Procreate, and then I do the actually sometimes I do the sketch in a sketchbook.
Okay.
Then I take a picture of that. And then I do a final sketch in the Procreate app.
Gotcha,
Then I finalize it in Procreate, and then I take it to Photoshop if I want to add text and stuff like that.
Okay. So what about the coloring? You do in Procreate as well?
Everything.
Okay. That's crazy.
I know.
Yeah, I might have to check that out.
Yeah.
And they're coming out with the animation app too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So you can actually create animations?
Yeah.
That's
I can't remember what it's called. It's called Dream or something like that.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm excited to use that, and that comes in November.
That would be so cool.
Are you're gonna start using that too?
I want to try to make little animations of him.
That'd be dope. Yeah, I'm definitely excited to see you like do some stuff on that.
Yeah.
So with when it comes to like Procreate, like can it do pretty much everything else? Like, because I mean Photoshop you can pretty much do like the sketching and stuff, right? But with Procreate, so you only do the sketches in Procreate and then Photoshop is text strictly?
Maybe cleaning up. Like if there's like digital artifacts in the background there where I didn't catch a pixel and I'm like, oh, I gotta take that out, you know? And putting it into a template for a print, you know, and making sure my logo's at the bottom and stuff. Maybe that. But the drawing part is all done in Procreate.
Dang, that's crazy.
I know.
Yeah, because the drawings look so good. Like, I literally thought you were probably using, like, Photoshop or Illustrator or something like that. I didn't think it was strictly from an app on a tablet.
Yeah, and it's only $15. Well,
crazy.
back in the day when I bought it, I don't know what it is now, but it was only $15, you know?
Yeah,
you might have to check that out.
I know, I have to, because I've been, like, I mean, it's still a learning, like, lesson for me how to, like, draw on, like, the tablet, because I feel so new to it, and I feel like I can't get these lines all precise, so definitely, like, I want to try that.
Is there something in Procreate where it like helps you like make your line straight?
Yeah, you can like stabilize the pen,
nice.
like the adjustments, settings and stuff. You can, but you also got to move your too. It's like a little this and a little that.
Yeah. It's
but
all the practice.
But if you sketch already, you'll get it down. You just gotta go. You gotta go at
it. You just gotta try it.
Yeah, I just gotta try it.
Yeah, you just gotta try it. So this is recent, and I just seen you posted that you had collabed with the creative trading cards, which features your art. How excited were you to actually collaborate on something like this?
Super excited because I never did anything like that. And as a kid, I did collect some trading cards. I was kind of nerdy in that way where I collected Pogs too.
Oh, Pogs, yes, me too.
So that was like
she doesn't know Pogs.
I don't know. He showed it to me
what
it was.
Yeah. These circles.
I grew up with Pogs, so
Pogs and slammers.
So
I remember like collecting the trading cards, putting them in sleeves and stuff. So to have a trading card of my own is kind of sweet. So it was definitely an honor.
That is super dope. Like you mentioned, collecting cards. I've also just got back into collecting trading cards, like Pokemon's and what was the other ones? Funko Pop cards that just recently came up. And the value nowadays on some of these cards are crazy,
right?
Like some of these cards are going for $200-$300. Some are going for $600. Is there a potential of you maybe creating like a super rare card, like a holographic that would go along with like a trading card set?
Oh, why not? Yeah,
right.
Let's do it.
No, so another question was, I guess I skipped this, was the card that you did. Is that just one card, or is it going to be part of a deck?
Oh, it's a part of a deck that's with other artists.
With other artists, okay.
So we all came together and we did three designs.
Yeah.
Each of you did three.
Each.
Okay.
And then I guess the way the deck is going to be split up is just, you get them randomly.
Yeah.
Like you could get 2 of the 3 I designed or 1 or whatever. But
Nice.
But it's a bunch of artists that came together to make that.
That's cool.
And this is the 3rd series that they've done.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
I think you need your own like deck,
that would be
your
so
own,
cool.
with all your art in it, like Pokemon that come in 10 cards. Like you need 10 cards as well.
Okay.
That
sounds like a lot more work. I will get on it though.
Yeah, no, definitely. Like I said, I was leading into something like that. But like, have you ever previously, before doing this collab, have you ever thought about like creating your own trading card deck at all?
I did think about Pogs.
Pogs?
I was like, what if I brought
Pogs would be cool,
right? Like, why not?
Yeah, nobody, honestly, you have to be like a 90s kid to know what Pogs are. Like a lot of kids won't actually. I mean, like her, never.
I can adapt.
We'll bring it back, just like the fashion. The 90s fashion is coming back. Just bring back all that stuff.
Yeah, I mean, like I said,
if they look cool, then people are gonna love it.
Yeah, they're cool. Like I said, I mean, I grew up playing Pogs in like elementary school. That was I want to say 94. Something like that, 95.
That was the year I was born.
94.
She's a little young, so 94.
That's why I missed out on certain ones.
She missed out on a lot of stuff, but yeah, Pogs were literally just so popular. I remember people just literally making groups and playing Pogs and stuff like that. It'd be so crazy to see Pogs actually make a comeback.
Yeah.
You never know. Yeah, let's do it. Because a lot of things are coming back. Yeah. So you never know.
You never know. I think
it'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, it would be kind of cool. Like seeing just like silly Stan on like a Pog.
Yeah, Halloween
cool.
Pog.
Yeah, Halloween Pog, yeah.
We'll teach our kid then. Like, you know what this is?
Yeah, that's true. They will learn a lot, so.
Did they get banned in your elementary school?
No, not that I remember.
Oh.
Yeah,
we got them banned.
Really?
Yeah.
What? Why?
I think because kids are like, they stole my Pogs. You know what I mean? And then it's like, this kid's crying and you're like, man, we can't have this kind of trouble here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I don't think it ever got banned. I mean, a lot. Another thing that was super popular during that time too, and I don't think it got banned, but it was getting to the point where teachers were getting strict, were like Tamagotchis. People were trading you remember Tamagotchis, like the little digital pets and stuff? Yeah. People were trading them. They would use them while the teacher's talking and stuff like that. So I think that was just one of those things that I remember was probably banned or was eventually going to get banned.
Especially if it's a distraction during like the class
yeah.
time kind of thing. Yeah, they're like, yeah, put that away.
Yeah. Exactly.
Feed it. Don't you have to feed those things? I never had one.
You never had one?
No.
Oh, yeah,
they sell them now. They came back.
Yeah. See, just like the Pogs.
Exactly.
See,
so you never
gotta
know.
do it. See, you gotta do it. You gotta do it. I'm telling you.
So everything about your creation and your branding is like spectacular. But will you ever create any like other holiday themes in the future, or have you ever thought about it?
Well, I'd like to take Halloween with Christmas, right? Like, the man Tim Burton did it Nightmare Before Christmas. So I definitely can make Christmas creepy and
still implemented with the Halloween into it.
Yeah. I think anything that I do decide to do, it'll always have like a spider web in it or something, a ghost.
Yeah.
It's a
something
signature.
creepy.
Yeah, it's the signature.
It's her.
Yeah. Have you ever created anything spooky like during Christmas time yet?
I have. Yeah.
Okay.
Last year I did some designs, and then this year I have something planned too.
Nice.
Like a shirt that's like, with him and his little sweetheart and stuff. Yeah.
Do you plan on maybe making a sculpture version of like a Halloween Christmas?
I would love to if I could find the time. It's always about time, too,
for sure.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because if there was like endless hours in the day, I'd make so much stuff.
Oh yeah, and your energy, it's like
I feel the same exact way.
Yeah, same.
And
that's like drained all the time. Like,
and then when the baby comes, your time is gonna be like, you better get a schedule
pretty much. We're not gonna have any sleep.
No, that's how it is.
Yeah.
This is what we got into.
But it'll be fun.
It's
fun.
It's
worth it.
We're definitely excited.
Yeah.
Well, anyways, Nat, like we are coming to the end of the podcast. Artistry Drop. We created this to inspire, up and coming artists or the next generation. So, what advice would you actually give to somebody that's upcoming artist or illustrator?
I would say definitely keep going and don't get discouraged if it's not perfect. You just gotta keep working at it. Don't let anybody tell you can't, because you can. Even my own mom said at one point I wasn't going to be able to have an income based off of art. She's like, go get a regular job and be like a nurse or something. And now, look at me, Mom.
Hey, we out here.
I love my mom, but I'm just saying.
Hey, no, like honestly, I feel the same way. I mean, not to go on a tangent, but also, my mom kind of felt the same way with my art and, stuff like that. But I'm out here in LA, now pretty much trying to still live the dream, still, of course, working hard. But you're right. There are a lot of people that don't see art as a income. Like it's just a hobby and stuff like that. But art is truly like, can be a full-time income, especially when you're passionate about it. So
anything's possible, like what you always say.
Anything is possible for
That's
sure.
True.
Are there any shout outs you actually like to give to our viewers?
Meadow, I love you, and that's my daughter.
That's your daughter?
Yeah.
Hey, shout out Meadow.
So shout out to Meadow, my mom, and my family and
let's
friends.
go. And where can people find you on social media?
At findnatatat.com. No, wait, is that how you say IG?
Yeah, Natatat, I think. I'm the one that has to tell you.
No, it's at findnatatat. No, I didn't know if it was like the .com.
Yeah.
Or natatat.com.
Yeah.
There you go.
So, and like I said, we are gonna put all her social media links in the description box below. Natatat, Nat, thank you so much for coming through on the Artistry Drop. Definitely appreciate you being here. And like I said, it was exciting to see the art in person and exciting to hear, how you got into everything. So appreciate you once again.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
We hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you're not subscribed to our YouTube channel yet, it's Artistry Drop. If you're not following us on Instagram, you can find us at the Artistry Drop. And if you prefer just listening, you can stream all our episodes on all major podcast platforms. And we'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.